So, hello and welcome. Today, we are speaking about the power of presence in yourself in the here and now and what role this plays in reprogramming your subconscious mind. And then we're also going to touch on why reprogramming your subconscious mind is such an important factor in creating the life that you want to be living, creating the results that you want to be experiencing in your life, in your year and now. Okay. So we are going to be speaking. Let's start off with we're going to start off with what is presence in yourself right now and how the mechanics are around it. So, welcome. I am Michaela Aldrin, the founder of Strive Alliance, and welcome to the Strive Alliance community. And this is a community that is for people who are interested in discovering more about how we can go about creating the lives that we actually would love to be experiencing, but in a way that's enjoyable and in a way we actually understand what's happening when it's happening instead of thinking, oh my goodness, here's life again, throwing me curveballs that I didn't expect. When we can start to change our perspective of that, it changes our whole experience, it changes the results that we create in our lives as well. So let us get into presence in yourself, the power of presence in yourself, and what role it plays in reprogramming your subconscious mind. So, when we present ourselves, we go through a process of basically taking ourselves, taking our attention, taking our focus off the story that we are busy rehearsing in our minds. So our subconscious mind operates our beliefs, operates how we view the world, how we view life by rehearsing stories that we have playing in the background, and the background is the subconscious programming that we have. Okay, so presence in yourself allows you to take yourself out of the story that you are in, and when you're out of the story that you are in, you can actually see what is actually happening in your here and now. And what is actually happening in your here and now is actually your reality, not the story that you are telling yourself in your mind, not the story that I tell myself in my mind, but what is actually happening right here and right now. And when we are able to actually see what is actually happening right here and right now, we can then say, oh, okay, so you can appreciate what's happening right now. You can look at it for what it is, not the meaning that you are giving it based on the story that you are telling yourself, and then you can change it in the way these patterns are changed. So it's basically, and that's what reprogramming your subconscious mind is. It's basically identifying what is happening right now, asking yourself, okay, how do you want to actually go about this to replace this to be something that you actually want to be experiencing right now, instead of having this be the experience of the story that you are telling yourself. And if that story is creating a feeling that's not nice, that you're not enjoying, and is creating results in your life as a result of not feeling good about your life, then you want to replace it with a story that's actually going to facilitate the process in you actually living and experiencing a life that you want to live and experience. Okay, so it's simple in the fact that you literally just have to identify what is actually happening right now. Are you happy with what's happening right now? Are you not happy with what's happening right now? And then how do I now go about, if I'm not happy about what's happening right now, I don't feel good about what's happening right now, then I want to go in there and look and say, okay, what can I do about this? How can I go about changing it? And there is something that I've realized also in my journey is when I'm not feeling good about something, the question that I want to ask myself is, what can I do to not have my energy feel not good? Okay, to not have my energy feel contracted. And when I start to get curious about that is when I start to generate these ideas, to get um, ideas of what I can actually do about the situation that I'm now noticing that I don't enjoy. So that is the whole benefit of reprogramming our subconscious minds, because when we do that, it makes the process of actually living the life that we want to live so much more easier, so much more sustainable. Okay, and we when in the Strive Alliance community, we work with very specific I work with very specific tools that help frame, contain this change. So when we are going through what we are going to be going through, because we are going to go through uh, feelings and situations where we feel like I'm not good enough for this. Can I really do this? Is this really possible for me? What if I fail? What if, it doesn't work out? And, when I also got curious about it, I was thinking to myself, but so what if I fail? So um, what if I'm doubting is what comes through? So what if then? What if it does happen? Because I've noticed when you actually face the thing, when you actually look at the thing that's causing this anxiety in you, causing this fear in you, in the face, and you actually get real with yourself. Okay, so let's say I do fail. What is worse? Trying and failing to accomplish a thing, or not even trying at all, not even checking out to see, can I actually do this? Not even giving yourself a shot to say, can I actually do this? And that's the conversation that we're going to have to start having with ourselves when we want to be able to move forward in experiencing and exploring this thing called life. Because if you're not enjoying your life, do you really have to accept it? Do you really have to accept? Do you really believe that if I'm not enjoying my life and I don't like my job and I don't like how I feel about myself or my health and whatever it is I don't like, do I really have to accept it? And also, do I honestly think that if I don't do anything to change what's happening right now, it's going to just magically change on its own? Do I honestly really believe that? And we want to get curious with ourselves about what it is we are believing, about what we're experiencing in our lives, because our beliefs is exactly the thing that's creating our lives. So if you would love to get in touch with me and find out about how we could go down a journey of learning and studying and applying the structure, the systems, and the principles in our lives to achieve the results that we actually want to achieve, but not in a way we're wondering, oh my goodness, how is this going to work out? Life is an unpredictable thing, and it's always throwing you curveballs. You never know. Life, right? Life. But what if there is actually a way of interacting with life in a way that you're like, okay, I can see this what it actually is, instead of thinking that it's this terrible thing, because we tend to also go to worst case scenarios. Whenever something happens to us, we tend to go to worst case scenarios. I do not know anyone in my world who even every single body, no matter how skilled you are, even my coaches, even people who are very experienced in this work will go to that worst case scenario at least every now and then. But most of us go to it most of the time. And that is why we want to also remember that it's a more less of game. It's more of doing the thing that I want to do instead of and less of doing the thing that I don't really want to do, so that I can experience more of the results that I want to experience and experience less of the results and experiences that I don't want to experience. But it is a process. It is a process, and there's ways of going about it. There's ways of going down this journey, and it's a process, a step-by-step process. And basically, people that I work with are coached through this process in terms of how to apply this in your life, through each week, through each coaching session and lesson and life work. Because coaching is not just me or a coach telling you what to do. This you actually need to go and do it, right? And it's not necessarily me telling you what to do. It's me facilitating the process to you identifying for yourself what it is you need to do in terms of how you want to experience it. Okay, I don't have authority over your life. You are the only one who can go and actually create the life that you actually want to be living, and you're the only one who will know how exactly you want to be living that life to accommodate what you want, because we are all so different. We are all so different. We are all unique, and we're all going to express life very differently. Then there'll be similarities in how we might go about it, but it's so different. It's not like we're thinking like I think we think about life in systems, but in groups, where when you're at this age, this is what you are doing. When you are at this stage, that's what you are doing. And we're all as a mass moving in one direction. But even if that is true, we are still all expressing and experiencing it differently. And none of us, not a single person is the same. We are all so different. So it's work, it's the study to the work, so you can understand what it is that we are actually engaging in, what we are doing now, why we are doing it. And then there's life work, where you take that work and you actually apply it to your life to generate the results that you want to actually see in your life. And what I've also noticed is that in this journey, it is like it's not a rigid process. There's fluid to it, in the sense that as you're going through this journey, it's not that after week one is done, and you've done the life work there, when you get to week two, that is set in stone. That is the way it must go out. When you get to week three, for week two and three, those things must be like 100%. It's more of a figuring it out more and more and more about what it is that you do want to experience in your life. And understanding that it's okay to make changes about how you feel about where you want to now direct your life to. Just because you thought you would like something doesn't mean that you are now hooked to it on that level where, oh my goodness, I can't, there's nothing I can do, I can't change it. You can change it according to what's going to feel good to you. But that same power also operates in the reverse, where you can change it to facilitate what it is that you would actually want more of. Because now you realize, okay, I thought that's what I want, but I actually would actually like this instead, or maybe this with that, or how whatever comes up for you. But in that same power, there's the same power where you can actually end up now going back and saying, what, I thought I want that, but no, it's fine. I'm going to stay in my comfort zone here, because no, I don't actually want that. And when we do that out of fear, that's not actually us standing in our power to say, no, this is what I actually want to experience for my life. This is what I want to actually explore for my life. We are just contacting back to what we are familiar with, because we are familiar with it. And now the fear is coming up, and we like submitting to the fear. We're letting the fear take the driving seat, and we sit back, and now the fear is driving the ship, driving this motor vehicle, driving the car, whatever it is you want to consider yourself driving through life. And that is different from when you put fear in the back seat and you come forward and you say, okay, yeah, I am scared that this could be happening. There's a doubt that's coming up, and what if this happens? Or, what if I fail? Put it in the back seat, and I'm the one who's in control now. I'm saying, no, it's fine if I fail. I want to actually know and explore this, because I haven't gone down this road before. So I'm going to go down now and explore and see what I can actually, uncover here. But it's also understanding. It is also understanding that we are not walking this road of life alone. We are supported by a higher power. And that changes everything. When you can genuinely attach yourself and understand that we are connected and really have faith. It boils down to having faith to the fact that we are supported by a higher power, whatever you want to name this higher power. So even when you're going down a road that you're not familiar with, there's a higher power who knows more than what you know. And you're basically walking with, it's like a child. We're actually like children to this higher power. When you think about your child is going with you. And your child is trusting that you know where we're going to, and you know it's safe, and the child is trusting that you know what's going on. And we have our relationship with our higher power when we really have faith in our higher power. We are walking this road of life knowing that there's a higher power that knows more than us, that is supporting us on this journey. So we may not be able to see it in the sense of a child can see a parent there, or a guardian there, supporting the process. And it is exactly the same for us. But this thing of control, this thing of wanting to control what it is that we are busy doing, want to control the process so much that, you want to think, you want to believe that you know the whole way the process must go. Every step to get to this unknown journey, in this unknown area that you haven't never been in before. So that is why I don't believe we can travel down this road of exploring life and going for the things that you actually love, or you feel that, oh my god, I think I would actually love this, and going for it instead of sitting and thinking, I would actually love this, but you know what, I've got my job to think about, and it's so stressful, it's taking all of my time, and when I get home I'm so tired, and then I still have this to do and that to do. Now I have a whole story and lots of reasons why I can't go live the life that I want to live. So that story there, those beliefs are the reason that we are living the lives that we live in. But there is a journey, there is a process where we can go down a different way of living that results in us creating different lives. And I am going through it myself. I've gone through it before, but I'm going through it continuously, because I'm continuously going through this journey. And it's every single day. Every single day I am learning something, I'm reintegrating something, and I am basically reprogramming my subconscious mind. And in the coaching programs that I am in, I do rehearse and replay the lessons, because it's usually audio lessons. I'll do maybe reading, I'll do whatever is told to be done in the process. But the lessons itself, I would replay it at least twice, because I hear it differently the second time compared to when I hear it the first time. But also, I'm getting more familiar with what is being taught and developing a deeper understanding of what it actually is that is required of me now in this new journey, in this new process to achieve that result. My business coach, those lessons, I'm listening to it. The program that I offer here in this community, I go through it myself. I re-listen to the lessons more than one time, because I always uncover more, right? So it's more about going down the process and doing what is required based on what the process is guiding you to do, because it's the whole point of coaching. It's someone telling you that this is the process to follow and guiding you on how to go about it, so that you can get there much more quicker, much more smoother than trying to figure it out on your own. And so much more stressless. There's less stress in the process. So, and trying things out, trying different things out. If you think you're going to look funny or something's going to, and how you feel has a huge impact on, are you able to, show up as the person that you want to show up as? And how do you go about supporting showing up as the person that you want to show up as? Because right now you wouldn't be doing that, because you're still uncovering who do you want to show up as, and are you willing to do what's required to live the life of the person who shows up as the CEO, who shows up as the entrepreneur, who shows up as whatever it is that you see as something that would be empowering to you, something that you would love, not something you feel you have to do, not something you feel like, oh my goodness, there's this problem, that problem, I don't know what to do about it. And that's something that also left when I'm dealing with something, I'm like, oh, I don't know what to do about this. There's this problem. If there's a problem, it means something I haven't been applying or doing something correctly, or something needs to change. I need to just identify what needs to change, what haven't I been doing, or what belief do I have running in the background about this. It's causing me to not do the thing that's causing me to live this life. And when I realized that's all I really have to do, it doesn't seem like this big daunting task anymore. But it's also knowing that it doesn't have to be the way, however it is. It can be the way you want to experience it, if you're just willing to do the work required to uncover whatever that is and replace it with what it is you want to be experiencing. Okay, so that's it. That's from me, Michaela Aldrin. I love chatting to you today. Thank you so much for listening all the way up until the end. And please feel free to follow or subscribe on wherever you're listening to this from. And, so you can be notified about the content and follow the content that's been spoken about here and discussed here in the community, if this is something that really resonates with you. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.